Good morning, everybody. Hi, Ikad. Hi, Barbie. Let's give it a few minutes before everybody arrives. It's a game day, so let me start with some Jeopardy music. Last time I didn't get slap on the wrist, so let me test my luck this time. I'll see you in a few minutes. Hopefully to see you soon. Barbie, did you check your email by any chance? Just wondering. Okay, let's start. Dun 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 dun. Everybody had great 2 weeks. We slowly exiting winter, but really slowly. It's so much that it's almost like watching a paint dry. So let me just see how quiet I can go with this music without becoming overwhelming and without being a complete silence. So where is my screen? Over here. ECAT was first, Barbie and ECAT at the same time, game day, and Crystal is here. Crystal, I hope you got your reading. Andy, good morning, good morning. There are not many of us. I need to run in the kitchen just to get my coffee that I have left there, and I'll be right back. Today it's Canadiana, and I was asking Barbie, I don't know if she saw the email, to be the arbitrator today. So it's not going to be who gets most of the right answers. It's going to be what Barbie decides, and who decides is going to get. Hello, Andrea. So better be good to Barbie, you know, that she's very fair. It's Libra in the house, so it all works. Good morning, Andy. Let me run and get my coffee. I'll be right back. Let's put this music to get us all tuned. Remember, it's going to be questions relating to Canada. Let me see, are we ready? By the end of this, we will absolutely hate this song. I'll take Caturday for 200, Alex. Let's see, what did I miss? So, where is Barbie? Barbie, did you set up the standard? Who is going to win today? Barbie, I need you today. I really need you. I'm putting you in charge, but we need to know how you're going to measure who is going to get a 15-minute reading. Working at 9, so probably won't be participating. When is 9? 9 is in an hour. Yes, you will be participating. Come on, like we have like, this is about 30 minutes, I think, or 40 minutes last time. Barbie is going to be the one who is going to award it in the end. So since we don't have a criteria, and trust me, it's not going to be that you have to do everything right. This is not something you need to search the internet. I want this to be more fun. I want this to be just kind of like, let's go with the flow. So without further ado, because Chris is going to be late, and I want to jump the day because it's already noon here. And it's beautiful. Finally, after 4 days of rain, finally nice and warm day. So hopefully the spring is going to take a note and get in. So let's go right in. The first questions. How many countries Canada borders with? Come on. Don't try to search it, just put any answer. So maybe criteria is going to be who is the most active. Maybe the criteria is going to be whoever Barbie wants. Maybe the criteria is going to be, you know, who she likes the most. It's going to be very random. So we have to check how Libras are reacting this time around. So let me see, where do I see you? Oh, you did? Okay, sorry. Barbie? Where is it? One. We have answers. We have 3 answers. Come on, guys. Come on. I want more people. We have 5 people on the stream, so let's get 5 answers. Hi, Onyx. How many countries Canada borders with? Okay, let's get the first answer. Barbie, I don't see anywhere, but okay, maybe others know. So the answers possible are 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I think some people already kind of like feel they have it. And I'm all over the place here. Lord, I better get this. Andy, it's hilarious. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this is going to be really eye-opening, trust me, to many people. And you know what? I love those quizzes because I get to drink coffee while you do everything here. So 6 and 4. Now there is no 6 as an answer, Barbie, but yeah, it does count as an answer. So let's see what's the answer over here. And the answer is... And yet, for its size, Canada is only bordered by one other nation, the United States of America. Well, at least this is the most people will tell you. But if you look Canada further, you will find that we are bordering with 2 other countries, the Kingdom of Denmark and France, and I'm going to show you where. You see here, this is the East Coast. That's here where I live, in this corner over here. And you see this little thing over here? That's France, people. And you see this here? That's the Kingdom of Denmark. That's Greenland. So we border with them as well. And of course, the biggest border here and here. And that would be the big neighbor, the US, our big brother. Okay, so Barbie's in charge. I don't have to bother with writing anything. I absolutely love it. So how many people got it right? Let me just check, but I'm going to reveal the next question. Do I have the answer here? I cannot even look. List number 1 and number 2 largest countries in the world. And I'm giving you some hints. US, China, Russia, Australia, and Canada. What? Australia is not in the house today? Oh my gosh, Australia must be sleeping, but we can do without that. So, hi Kelsey. I'm feeding the cats. I missed the question. Hey Kelsey, the question was with how many countries Canada borders with. It was the first question. And today it's not important to get all the questions right. We are just here to have fun. So let's do this. Crystal, learn something new every day. I know. You know what was a big surprise to me? That I can just go a little bit north here and I'm in France. And actually they speak really good French. Very much kind of like, unlike the Acadian French here is a little bit different. But Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, which is, they're called the 2 islands, they speak Parisian French, believe it or not. So it's really, really awesome, except they're really expensive. It just gets to the point, let me travel to France for the same cost. Am I getting any answers here? Nothing? Russia and US. Okay. Russia and Canada. Any more answers? China, Russia. Just putting things in perspective when you see things like that. Ooh, this is a good coffee. I ran out of coffee, so I actually had to take the instant one, and it's really not bad. Okay, let's move on. This question is not super sexy. So, list of countries ranked by area. So, somebody got it right. It's Russia and Canada. And look at how much bigger is Russia than Canada. And like the rest, Canada, China, and US, we are just somewhere there. Like almost like minuscule differences if you really think about it, like with how much bigger is Russia. I never realized that they are so much better, but here we are. That's what they say. Let's go. Question number 3. Which Canadian actors starred in the romantic drama The Notebook? Come on, people. We should know that, right? South Africa. You're kidding me, guys. If you didn't see that, this is my cat's orders. You have to prepare the box of tissues, and it's a really beautiful, very, very cheesy love stories, but it's kind of like on my shelf forever. And these are two beautiful actors telling a really, really beautiful story. Krista Gosling and McAdams. Russell, you mean Kurt Russell? Come on, guys. You're worse than me. They look both very, very good looking. Andy loved it. I loved it. I watched it a few times. It's kind of like a romantic movie that I like to watch. And you know what? It has spoilers. It has happy ending, which is very unusual. Usually they like to kind of like bowl our eyes. What is his name? Nicholas, the one who writes these books. Guys, watch it. Right now, probably can find it anywhere. So let's see. Here they are. It's the famous swan scene over here. Aren't they gorgeous? And guess what? They're both from the same city in Canada, which just happens to be called London. Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. Bravo, Chris! Bravo! So he moved on to marry or live with Ava Longoria. I don't know where she went, but they were also a couple. So this is what it says. Rachel McAdams' love interest in The Notebook. Let me put this music down, because I think it's a little bit too high now for this. Oh, I just cut it off entirely. So, became her real life flame as she and Ryan Gosling dated for a couple of years. After filming the movie, they are both Scorpios, I think. They were basically destined to meet since they're both from the same town in Canada, London. Yeah, we have London in Canada. Reportedly, they were even both born in the same hospital. Imagine freaking that. That's hilarious. Let's go. Next. On which date Canada celebrates its birthday? Americans should really know that. There is no excuse not to know that. And so we'll find out which horoscope sign Canada has. Tip, the same horoscope sign as the US. So let's try to find the exact date. July 1st, July 1st, July 4th. Everybody's in the right month. But which one is correct? July 1st. Ooh, look at ECAT. Show of force. I saw About Time. It was really, really cute. I really have to say that. Okay, July 1st. So we have in North America so many celebrations. So we start with Canadians celebrating on July 1st, and we also have our own fireworks. And then our southern neighbors start on the 4th, and it's freaking spectacular this entire week. So who would tend to think that such big two countries and progressive two countries are actually cancers? You would think the Cancer is always shy and goes in its kind of like hole and stuff, and yet look what Cancer can create. It's something to ponder, isn't it? All right, moving forward. How is Baywatch, should be here, the show, based in California, connected to Canada? Okay, guys. This is like a little bit tougher questions, but we are going in advanced questions. Just think about when you guys celebrate the 4th that we just finished our celebrations. Yep, Ikat is giving a first really good guess. Any more guesses? Actually, the answer to the question prompted me to actually create a previous question that we just have answered. So check this one out. I guess everybody is going to learn something and memorize it for good. So what happened here is, yes, it is like Pamela. Oh my gosh, I saw her picture from 2023. I could not recognize her. It's just like what these women do to themselves with Botox. They turn into some... I guess they prefer that weird look to wrinkles, and we need to change that. This is a very different attitude in Europe. So, she was born in British Columbia, which is one of the nicer parts of Canada. It's called Ladysmith, isn't this really cute? But her birthday is Canada Day, July 1st, right? So she was born on the 100th anniversary of the country's founding. So it's really interesting, but she's both Canadian and American. So this is really interesting that she became a citizen in 2004, but she kept the property here, which is sometimes very unusual. I thought Americans always want just like citizenship. I didn't realize you can keep two, but here it is. There is like somebody who is able to do that. Let's go next. What is the name of the iconic Canadian coffee and donut chain? So you guys have it now in the States. No excuses. You should know which one it is. I think David Hasselhoff was American. Is American. Oh, Barbie, the beautiful women on beach. That was really good. Yeah, you got it. So we have two Tim Hortons showing up. And guess what I'm drinking? I'm drinking the coffee from that famous chain right now. It's instant, but it's still really good. You guys better with tarot than with Canadian stuff. But hey, it is. And what did you think, Kelsey? We have a love-hate relationship here with it. We cannot say we really hate it, but it's kind of like just normal. Everybody likes Timmy's. And it's like the one that I have right next to me. Each time I get there, nothing is available, which is weird. It's a fast food thing. Starbucks would be nice, but no. Let's see what it is. It is Tim Hortons, actually. So they do this kind of stuff. They do these donuts, kind of like shaped in Canada. I think they had, at least here, they had the Justin Bieber donut made stuff, which was just horrible. I don't know if anybody likes sprinkles on their donut. I just find this is just bloody mess everywhere. And I have to stay off donuts anyway, so that's what it is. Let's go next. What is Canada's national animal? Come on, Americans, you have eagle. Which is ours? Is it something as spectacular, or is it just modest? Canadian animal. You never heard of Tim Hortons? You should try it. My favorite at Tim Hortons is Boston Cream Donut, but I also like their coffee, and I also like there's like a crispy chicken sandwich that I really like. So we have bobcat. Oh, I love bobcats. Beaver. Then we have moose. Moose. Do you know how huge these things are? Now here in New Brunswick where I live, they've warned me, just be very careful how you drive at night, because these guys are running across the highway and they actually kill you. Not because they are dangerous, but because you hit them, and then with their feet, they actually really kick you with it, so you kind of die. So it just scared the hell out of me. And I'm not driving very much at night. I don't know, Andy, is this even true, or they just wanted to discourage me of driving? Who knows? But moose is enormous. It's like size of a truck. Moose, 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 moose. So let's see, what's the answer? The answer is actually beaver. And then they took the prize because we know it, believe it or not, that's our national animal. In Toronto, they are starting to call raccoons their city animal because raccoons are everywhere in Toronto. But Canadian national animal is a beaver, believe it or not. Let's go next. What is the most romantic place in Canada for newlyweds? It could be also in the US. Hint, hint. Let's see how you do with this one. Niagara Falls, Niagara Falls, Niagara. We have two Niagaras here. We have Niagara on the lake, so which is like a little bit north on Lake Ontario, and we have a Niagara Falls, which is like part of the river. Okay, let's reveal this answer. As you notice, I'm not torturing you very much, and you are all correct. That is Niagara Falls. So if you just follow this river a little bit to the north to Lake Ontario, then you will be hitting Niagara on the Lake, which is very, very pretty. This is really weird. It's almost like Las Vegas. It's full of these games. It's a little bit cheesy, but you can really go all the way up to the falls and literally be, I don't know, 3 yards from it. It's really amazing. Okay, now let's go to the tricky questions. Number 9. Is Dildo a town in Canada? Let's see what you think. And no, I'm not kidding, and I didn't misspell it. And I hope everybody else is giggling like I am. You guys are so freaking good. Yes, Dildo actually is a town in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it looks like really cute little kind of like shipping kind of like thing. But I also want to show you something else. Look at this. Only in Newfoundland, Dildo man captures phallic iceberg in Conception Bay. How hilarious is this? What do you say? It's just beyond believable, isn't it? It almost looks like that iceberg is melting here, and he captured it in the right time. And I guess you will never forget this image. And here we go. We are getting to the last question. Which famous tarot reader is located in Canada? You should know this one, right? You know this one. Exactly. So there you go, guys. So Barbie is now... Oh, Kentucky has a town called Climax. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I saw Conception. Something in Condom is in France. It's just like... I guess you have to check when you name the city what this also could mean as well. So that is very, very important. So this brings us to the test that is kind of over. So of course, this is your truly completely lacking entire modesty. So here we are. So let me just remove this And let's hope we have this. There is like something massively wrong with, oh my gosh, I cannot even start telling you how Mercury retrograde was so much fun here, trying to reset everything all over again. So, Barbie, it is your decision who gets the reading. So you guys just turn to her. She is going to advise, and it is what it is. So I have to think of something else. If you guys have any suggestions, if you have anything that you kind of like want me to present in the quick 10 questions, and doesn't have to be something that we really need to utilize our knowledge, just let's have fun, just let me know. So what I want to do now, while we are waiting for Barbie to award the prize. Come on, Barbie. No, Tara. Oh my gosh, guys. That was hilarious prize. I was just trying to trick you to see what it is. Come on, Barbie. Come on, Barbie. Go, Barbie. Go, Barbie. Go, Barbie. Go, go, go. Go, Barbie. And then when we are done with that, each of you will get a card. I see only 6 people here. And I'm going to actually start. I'm going to start with Chris because I know he is in a rush. So Chris, the card you're getting is 9 of, and actually this is really, really high here, but it's okay. So it is 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands talks about the process. It talks about almost coming to the end of the process with he's feeling a little bit embattled, but he's also feeling very determined. He wants to go ahead. He wants to accomplish things. And I want to put this down. This is like so high because I was doing the readings yesterday and I had to have the full table for that. Okay, can we go down without me collapsing? You can hear this like me squealing it down. So let's see if this is giving us a little bit better view. All right, hopefully this helps. So Barbie, ECAT got it. Yay, bravo, ECAT. You got awarded. So ECAT, this is the process. You need to, you want 15 minutes reading, and you're going to send here, send me your birthday, the city where you were born, the date when you were born. What else I need? It can be general. You don't have to leave a question if you want a general. And if you want a question, then drop a question. 15 minutes is just really good for one question to answer. And that's it. Like, I mean, I usually ask for a time of birth, but I will not have not that much time in 15 minutes. So there we go. So we have Chris, 9 of Wands, and is it crooked again now because something happened? So it talks about something that you really want to continue and persist. Whatever it was, wherever the internal battle was, however it really was, there's like something coming to the horizon. So this is kind of like the end of the process. Just trying to get this. Did it? No, you still didn't get there. So I would just say continue, and there is like something that could be evolving rather quickly for you, and I would say as quickly as possibly in the next, I don't know, 9 weeks or even 9 weeks to 9 months, something like that, right? And we can go from there. So persist, whatever it was, whatever you felt that is not going to work, how things are skewed and not poised in your favor, this is all going to really change. So it's really important for you to know it, so that you would not basically disappear or stop something just before it's really done. I'm trying to, I don't know if you're noticing, I'm trying to get this right, but it's almost impossible. So let's see who is next. Welcome. It's just thank Barbie. And I think in the future it will be probably Barbie who will be making those decisions, and she and I will decide in advance how to do it, etc. So my apologies for this not being completely straight, but it is what it is. And looks like it's actually better now. So Barbie, you're next. The card for Barbie. Ooh, Barbie, what's happening? And this really came through. Like, ugh. Let me just get a clarifier. So, So we are going through, guys, and maybe I should talk about it when I finish the reading. We are going through a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and I really think this is like connecting to it. Lunar eclipse was yesterday, and I believe around 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that one is really, really toughy if you really kind of like want to think about it, right? And so it's a full moon in Scorpio, and it's really making us reflect back on difficult interactions. So we are also in Mercury retrograde, and I really think there's like something like that really happening, right? So for you, Barbie, and also it's swords, and swords linked to your sign Libra. It is some kind of spiritual release, I would say. There's like something that you feel that somebody's undermining you, and you're going to be kind of like cold because the hangman is over here. You're going to be cold to kind of like take, I don't know how to express it, slice of peace and worry, and kind of like worry less about what people think about you, like, right? So just more peace, less worry, and you really need to force yourself. So you will really have to deal with capacity to deal with life's challenges. It's almost like saying it's not much you can do other than in that internal life as he has over here. So this is really important to kind of like look into that kind of perspective. The hangman is just absorbing things. He's not active, he's tied up, but this force suggests that he's still in control. This kind of halo still suggests he's in control. But there is like some sorrow or sadness. You're missing somebody. And sorry to hear that. I wish I'm there to give you a really, really big hug. Okay, so let me see. I see Kelsey is next. Kelsey, you are getting 6 of Swords. So 6 of Swords is, can you see this like turbulent waters and calm waters here? So this is really literally bridge over turbulent waters. And so what is really happening in this scene? So we see these 2 figures. They're all kind of like tucked in. They're looking down. So we don't know if there is a connection. Is he with them? Is he not with them? Is he just somebody paid to take them, right? Are they sad? We're kind of assuming they might be sad in the situation, right? So what is really important over here is to realize that the swords are not the best position in this boat if they want to get on the other side. So you can just imagine the level of belief that you really need to have in order to move forward. It's extremely important, right? So it is the bridge over troubled waters without you knowing where you're heading. But what is really good and important is that many people never leave. Many people just stay, and they are just accepting where they are, how they are going, instead of kind of going this direction. So we can see everything is really faded in a distance, but they have each other, they have help, and there's like something going on. And sometimes just looking freshly at different kind of things helps, and that is really, really important. So we did you, Barbie, so we will do Crystal. The cards are just jumping for you people. Queen of Wands, Crystal. So that's you. There is like something that you feel very empowered. You feel in charge. Queen of Wands can be a lawyer. She can be the one who is collecting the facts and is able to move fast in all directions, verbally, with action. But there's this little kitty that is really important in this card, because that little kitty is describing something that are really hidden. So you're not opening all your cards to the people. You are just, sticking to what is really important over here. And this is really important because you're kind of protecting yourself. It's also really interesting that there's a sunflower, which is a sign of a Leo. And that sunflower always, and Tiger is reading for you as well. It really talks about, that people need to understand you, that you'll be very changeable. Let's see. It's the kids. It's going to be a nightmare. I got new neighbors. They moved into this rental, and there are kids on bicycles. So kids trigger him, bicycles trigger him, balls trigger him, and he attacks them. So it's not going to be fun. So Crystal, A little bit of barking over here is like probably addition to this reading, because you will maybe need to bark at things that doesn't suit you, and things where you need to put your foot down. So that is really important, because you are in charge, but you also need to kind of like have yourself heard. So that is important. So let's go further. Andrea, are you still here? Lift your arm if you're still here. Andy, you're getting Page of Wands. So you're buzzing with activity, and Page of Wands is like one of the fastest cards in. It's a kind of flash accord. So it is like one of those sayings. Do you want to fast and with errors, or do you wanna slow and all accurate? It's always kind of like we need to find this balance. I'm always like on the side of fast with errors, right? Because I just like, okay, if I get there, I still have a lot of time to fix the errors versus somebody else. So Page of Wands can talk about some kind of like inception of something, but it looks to me there'll be lots of activities, there'll be lots of things happening, a lots of possible new beginnings, a lots of stuff probably from the past that are, you're saying, oh my gosh, I need to fix this one, I need to do that one. Nothing really general, nothing really big, but there are lots of small things that you're like going to be handling with ease, and you're going to get rid of them really, really quickly. So it's kind of like really a good omen that you have the energy and will to do that. So it's really good. You're not burdened with some major arcana or something, but it is what it is. So there we go. And Andrea, did she lift her hand? Is anybody else here? Guys, because I'll call the names. It's not the point to read for you. If you're not here, that's the whole point. You don't know where this happens. But if anybody is here that didn't get their card, let me know. In the meantime, before we go, and this was like super quick because I was rushing through my Canadiana stuff, I have to think of something else, maybe even more humorous kind of a thing. Because believe it or not, I do have a sense of humor, but it's really hard to do that over the stuff. ECAT, I didn't get your, okay, ECAT. That's right, you didn't get yours. Come on for ECAT. Ooh, ECAT, you're getting a 10 of Cups. So, like, what do I say? Just go there and have fun. Like, literally, you're attracting bliss. You're attracting really, really good luck. No wonder that you want it. Like, the energy is really, really high. Spend time with your family. I don't know, like, parents, if you're a parent, with your kids. So this connection where you're kind of like enforcing this glue is going to be very, very important. So that's kind of like what you're getting here. So it's culmination. Having said that, enjoy while it lasts, because right after that, you're moving into phases of kind of checking your own emotions. You're moving into the basically face cards, right? After 10, it's like Page of Cups, which really talks about rediscovering some new layers, etc. But as it is, this is really good. It feels like culmination, and it feels something that you need to absorb. Like, I have this new kitten, like Onyx was not kitten anymore. He's 14 months. Both of them are 14 months. But he in particular is very cuddly. Jasper is coming around in a different way. She's a little bit, I cannot say shy, because she's really mischievous as well. But it's not as wild and open, and he's wearing emotions on his sleeve. When I just have to call him, he runs across the house to come and jump in bed, and he lies down on my chest and he purrs. And I call that kind of like I'm getting my love pill, because it's just like so much like this 10 of Cups. And that's the energy. You just need to stop everything. Nothing else is important. Just stay in that moment, absorb it, and enjoy it. So I think, unless somebody else raises their hand, this is it. I guess, guys, I'm going to see you in 2 weeks, but don't run away. I want to tell you a little bit about this full moon, because we are still under that. We still can do things about it, right? In fact, this Scorpio, I didn't want to even do anything because you have to think about Scorpio is still a little bug, right? But it's very, very dangerous bug, right? And full moons are a time for releasing and relinquishing. So imagine like full moon in Scorpio, the deep, deep kind of like all empowering. And I watched this full moon last night and kind of like winked at it. So this full moon talks about anything that is an excess in your life. So whatever is like we are having too many emotions, we have too much sadness, we have too much happiness, and like, and then feel guilty that other people are not having, like, it's just weird. Like, I mean, what people can feel kind of like weirded or nervous or anxious or guilty, right? So try to do silent meditation or try to connect with somebody through thoughts. And this person doesn't have to be with us anymore. This person can be anywhere, right? So what, like, I mean, you have to assess what you have learned in the past, especially on this channel, right? So if you have a tendency to control other people or situations, right, you need to understand, well, this is all rooted in insecurity, or maybe that was something we needed to function. That was like maybe we're coming from broken homes or parents who were not that, educated in how to raise a child. We are kind of like generation on this channel is the generation that's seen everything. We've seen pre-internet, we've seen pre-cell phones. I have to tell you that I'm coming from a country that I didn't have a phone. I had to only walk to the first, I don't know what was like a mile, to the first phone booth to actually make a call. And then you didn't really sit on it. You would just make an agreement and then you would go. And it was all functioning really well. It was actually lovely. But here, right now, we need to realize that any situation that is making us nervous or anything that, we start being fidgety or we have sweaty palms or, like, I mean, like when you start to shake or your heart starts to kind of like speed up, right? So you need to understand that, like, that could be our imagination that is kind of like taking this driver's seat, and then the rest of our body just reacts to it because the brain is sending those symptoms, right? So this is what can happen yesterday, right? The sun in Taurus is aspecting that north and south node, and it's basically creating something that is called an eclipse in astrology, right? And like on top of that, so it's not like that we're having a strawberry mixed with celery, which kind of like is a really weird combination, but we also have somebody putting whipped cream on it. So just like we really don't know how to combine it. So this is a time to accept that, whatever it is, this is not a time to fight or flight, as they say, or fawn for a different outcome. It's just like really time to kind of like really accept it. But there'll be lots of chances for emotional outbursts or behavior that, it can lead to chaos. This is kind of like really, really turbulent electrical situation because both Taurus and Scorpio are very, very headstrong. I don't know if you guys know any of these signs, but I have both of them in my life, and it's just like really lots of fun when they have a mind. Like, I mean, I'm a fixed sign, but I'm never that fixed that I would not change my mind. These two are never changing their mind, right? So the quest for this full moon is to practice letting kind of like the wind flow without attempting to kind of like put it in a jar. And so live and let live. That is really important to kind of like really think about it, and really important to let go. So you're going to manage your own choices and accept that, control. It's really not important, that you can control, that you can have better life without actually that control. So it's really hard for some of us to let go, but give it a try. This is the best time of the year to get into that position. So hopefully this was helping, and kind of like hopefully guys we'll see you. Ikat needs card. Do I have anybody else? No, nobody else raised their arms in the meantime. So where are we now? I can't believe it. It was only 45 minutes and it feels so intense for me. So on the 20th we are going to Gemini. So Ikat, don't forget to send me your info. It might take, I don't know, 5 to 10 days for you to get it back. So just keep this in mind. So the later you send, the longer it's going to take. So poor Crystal waited forever. So 20th, I'm reading Gemini, and we're going to see what Gemini brings. because Gemini's, it's very kind of like bubbly, and things are happening, and it's kind of like bursting with the summer, and the energies are going to get much higher. But we're also going to have Pluto retrograding from Aquarius back to Capricorn, and that is going to be also very interesting. Okay, sounds good. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate everybody who showed up. So next time we have the reading, and you guys all have a wonderful day. You know that I love you, and I'll be seeing you soon. All the best. Enjoy your summer.